Hello again, and welcome to Pearl Magazine. As the use of AI-generated clones, that's copies of people, and completely AI-generated people grows, what impact will it have on the workforce? While it may allow people and businesses to scale up, the technology also threatens to take jobs away. I spoke to those in the industry about the impact to the workforce and how people can prepare themselves and leverage the technology.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7。3、4、5、6、7，1、2、3、4、5、6、7，5、6、7，7、8、9，1、2、3、4、5、6、7，1、2、3、5、6、7，1、2、3、4。
This live streamer is cloning himself so he can sell products in different languages.
欢迎大家来到我们的直播间。今天给大家推荐到的呢 ，to recommend our age-perfect sunscreen.
It doesn't take a lot of time, and it allows him to scale up his business to reach a wider market.
Because it's based on a large language model. As long as the large language model can answer in Japanese, Korean, Cantonese, it's everything, right? But when the consumer asks in like local dialogues, we can answer in English, we can answer in Chinese, we can answer in local dialogue as well.
Jason Lee of Johnsmith.ai says they can dub up to 150 languages. And it's not just the languages that can be added to your clone, but also your personal knowledge. So anything more personal that your clone might be asked, it can answer, as long as it's something you've decided to share about yourself. That's on top of the data on the products you're promoting.
Since 2025 April, we launched our new product. It's called dubbing, like AI streamer dubbing. Basically, we can dub like what you really are, your actions during the stream, and also during your selling, and also your mind, your brain, right? Knowledge you have for example, for Louis Vuitton, your knowledge about Estée Lauder, and like how do you interact with the consumers? We basically clone that kind of logic and knowledge. So we make that quite simple right now.
And of course, you could contract your clone out to businesses. But before you do that, make sure you've clarified what the IP rights are.
Right now, what we are serving for the brands are based on a real human being. So we sign the IP contract directly with the real model itself. And we pay an IP fee to the model.
Daniel Chan, whose Hong Kong-based company creates ads using AI clones and people, says they self-regulate.
Generative AI is moving very fast, and there's a lot of authorities, governments still kind of picking up the legislation, the legal, the lawmakers. They're still kind of catching up, and they're still observing. And so it's really up to the industry itself to self-govern. And we're kind of at this tip of this shiny technology where we actually introduce our own AI governance policies. And the bottom line is we need to get consent. Make sure everything's copyright, safe, and be presented for commercial usage. Usually clients and businesses err on the safe side. So that's why we're seeing a huge demand on generating like AI cartoon characters, mascots. That's something that's built from scratch. So to not kind of infringe on these digital like human issues.
Many companies are choosing to go with completely AI-generated humans. In 2018, Xinhua launched their first AI news anchor. And this is a recording of one of my newscasts. Hello and welcome to TVB News. Jason cloned me and made me fluent in Putonghua.
大家好，欢迎收看 TVB 新闻。
So while the upside is that I can suddenly deliver the news in other countries in over 100 languages, won't this eventually make human me obsolete?
I would say no, at least, okay. At least for the next 3 to 5 years. I cannot guarantee anything beyond 5 years, to be honest with you. AI has advanced so fast. Like you said about replacing people like you, which is who is a very important, like the main TV host. I think it's a lot of things about people know you, people know your background, and you get the best judgment, and also people emotionally attached to you. I think it's still a long way before the AI avatar or AI twins can replace people like you.
Jason's take is slightly different. As long as I control my clone, it can stand in for me.
To be cruel, I think every position is going to be replaced by AI. But behind that AI is still yourself. because you know yourself better. People love Melissa because you are Melissa. People love you not because you're, for example, you're a different person, right?
Research from Markets and Markets shows the AI avatar market is projected to grow from $800 million in 2025 to $5.93 billion by 2032. And the AI clones don't just take the data you feed them about yourself. They can also pick up your speech and physical habits to make them closer to the real you.
If you clone yourself and you upload your knowledge base onto our software, onto our SaaS, and those knowledge points are real, and we can just retrieve that kind of knowledge and put it in your words, your wording, express it in your emotion, and it just become you, right? For example, some influencers in China, they always say, "Oh my God," right? You remember? Yeah, we can also do that because we learn the behavior, like your words you love to use.
If your clone is being used by a business, James Lee of PwC says you have to make sure your contract is clear from the start.
Let's say in advertising, right? You are a model or you are a celebrity, okay? And then we create a digital human. So I think consent management is important. Do they really have your consent, okay? And also when you develop a agreement or contract with them, right? To have an AI clones representing you, okay? And you need to be very careful in terms of working with your legal team about like what that AI human is allowed to say. Okay, how does that AI human represent you, and what kind of topics?
These days, clones and AI humans are virtually impossible to differentiate from real people. Jason's company have created an AI influencer who sells products and even launched her own song.
Coco is a AI IP. Everybody can follow it on social medias. It's just based on what we imagine a person doesn't exist on the earth. So those IP issues are not clearly regulated by the government. But as long as we label it as AI content, we are fine right now. A lot of people love our IP. A lot of people love the song we generated.
And AIs aren't just in social media, but on more traditional platforms.
Right now in China, right, a lot of this we call the AI dramas, AI show. It received a lot of hits, okay, a lot of viewers, okay, and some of them even the top 5, top 10 viewers. And those are really right now threatening a lot of, not just within mainland China, within Hollywood, okay? Some of those associations or unions, they already expressed concern about, wow, this digital human. It will not completely replace everybody, but at least we replace part of them.
The regulation around labeling AI creations is still evolving.
So there are different jurisdictions, like for example, China or EU or US, they have different level of maturity in terms of putting the regulation in place. For example, in China, right, they have an act that regulate all, you have to identify or indicate this is an AI-generated image, okay? So while other jurisdictions, they look at it in a different way, right? For example, EU will look at it, their AI Act will be more from a risk level, from the affecting the public interest perspective, and US, they would use a more balanced approach, like between innovation and protecting the rights of people.
With some audience-facing roles being replaced with AI-generated people, what happens to the human star actors?
And think about like during video games, we have something called the NPC, which is the non-playing character, okay? Like not the one like, the main character walking around, but usually there's a bartender sitting on the side in your game and all this, like, those are the non-gaming characters. Think about it, a real drama show. Used to be somebody actually playing that role, but actually those can be AI generated.
Other jobs that will likely be affected when it comes to traditionally creating content with AI are the casting director, film crew, and many others. But Daniel says new jobs will need to be filled.
As the image models and video models and AI keeps progressing, yes, there will be definitely a lot of jobs downsizing in terms of the more elementary junior positions. But we definitely, especially in the creative industry, we need people with experience, with taste, with kind of like this art direction, and people who understand how to solve problems. And these are the things that currently AI is not that good at. And so we're going to see definitely a lot more new jobs, opening up. People who can actually leverage AI into actually assisting them to create bigger value projects and higher brand values.
James says industries like education, customer service, coding, marketing, and cultural tourism will see more AI clones and humans coming in.
Think about education. Think about if Albert Einstein, in front of you, showing you what the theory of relativity, okay? Or a historical figure, like in front of you, actually walk you through how that historical incident in front of you, right? And think about in museum guys and all that. Okay, this is also, we see a lot of AI clones or digital humans use cases.
Knowing how to use AI and leverage it is what companies are looking for in employees.
The wage premiums for workers are looking to improve 59% more for the workers who knows how to use AI than the workers who don't use AI. AI will definitely continue to impact the business.
But while AI might be replacing us online and in the metaverse, James says in-person interactions are still important.
To me, human touch is still, at the end of the day, like the society is not formed by AI avatars. It's still people running the society. And I still think people within our DNA, right? People still feel, when you build trust, you need human touch. And trust is the basis of everything we do business. Okay? AI can augment.
The future isn't man versus machine. It's how we build hybrid systems where AI augments people rather than replaces them, without losing the trust and humanity audiences still value.